Alrighty, mic check 1, 2, 3. PacLives. Let me turn the super light on, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing out there? What's up, Dollface Cakes? I think that was Dollface that was commenting. It's weird that the comment's not showing up. Anyways, I hope you guys were doing good. This is kind of a test. When years ago when I had my old setup, my girlfriend would be in the living room watching TV, and my baby would be, playing video games or whatever in the other room, and it would really mess up the internet bad. It'd be lagging, pixelation, all kinds of weird stuff. So this is I got a good show for you. I hope you're ready. You're interested, everyone, Dollface Cakes and everyone. But also at the same time, I'm going to make sure. So okay, it's holding steady. Everything looks good. Hope you guys are having a great night. And I got some videos from Ogtellies. If you guys are anything like me, you remember Ogtellies. You love Ogtellies. So hopefully you'll like that. Dollface Cakes has been a while. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Dollface Cakes. Yeah, it's been a good minute, hadn't it? Yeah, I'm doing great. How about you? Yeah, for the most part, as great as can be. But yeah, everything looks good, going good. We'll cover these stories, guys. But if you're wondering, I have family members. Well, a lot of family that were in the different branches, arms of the service, and at least two of them I can think of now that are pretty close to me have done what are called black projects or secret projects. So it's not like I've personally, witnessed, things that they've seen, but I was going to tell you I've talked to them a lot, picked their brain a lot, and I really respect those people. One of them was a guy who was over, I won't say any names, of course. One of them is a family member who was stationed over in Iraq, and I actually didn't get to talk to him very much about it because I was younger than him. But I remember a cousin of ours who was around the same age as this fella talked to him about it one time. And he never really told me because, like I told you guys, I was kind of younger, kind of a little kid at the time. But he was telling my older brother how whatever it was, when he came back from Iraq, he was never the same. Like something flipped him out. And as you guys know, war can flip anybody out. They call it being shell-shocked. And then I got another family member that was in the Vietnam War, who was involved in certain secret projects. It's been 50, 60 years. Surely they've been declassified, but who knows? Maybe they haven't, so hopefully I'm not speaking out of school here. But he was telling, the person in Vietnam was telling me, I told him how I saw on YouTube and other websites and stuff how there's kind of like a trend of people talking about a huge gorilla-like creature in Vietnam. And I asked my pops, I said, did you ever see anything like that or anything, And, my relation who was in that war. And he says, no, I never saw anything. And I was like, oh. He said, but one night they were out in the jungle or wherever, and there was something. They didn't see it because it was dark and everything. But that's why he was intrigued. He was intrigued when I was telling him about the big black shadow type thing that people are equating with a gorilla. For all intents and purposes, it was like a shadow. Because they never saw it. They just thought it resembled a gorilla type hairy ape creature. But my pops told me one night they were all stationed, their squadron, wherever, or their what do they call that? Their little battalion. And they kept hearing over here. They'd hear like something moving and walking, and then they'd hear it on the right side of them, and then on the left side they would hear like the same thing, but on the other side, and then they'd hear one in the middle of the field over. And he said it just was freaking him out because it happened all through the night. And I guess you guys, if you don't know, a practice they like to do is Dollface, and everyone is, you probably might know this, but they'll have one guy stand guard, while everyone sleeps, and then for however long, how many hours, and then the one guy stand guard for 4 or 5 hours, and then another guy has to get up and stand guard while that guy gets the rest. So, anyways, the people who were standing guard the next morning all had a huddle, and they were talking to them because they all had to do it basically. You know, they only had like 4-hour shifts or whatever it was. And they were all talking about there's something out there in the woods. So, anyways, my pops was telling me that. I was just freaking. I was like, that could be that creature that they're that they talk about on the internet. Anyways, Dollface Cake says I'm okay, just tired from the gym. Oh, that's great, Dollface. That's great to hear. I hope you're doing real great. So, yeah. So, if you guys got any secret projects you know about that have been, you have family members or people you may know, family friends, whoever it may be. That have went through that or told you stuff about that, please feel free to comment. And I just wanted to tell YouTube and everyone out there that these are been declassified. So yeah, they like to give us crap, but we're just trying to follow the rules on Dollface Cakes. Anyways, guys, let's get right into that. Thank you so much for being here. Flying saucers to mind control. 24 declassified military and CIA secrets. Alrighty, so let me do the cam 3 if anybody wants to see me. I'm here. Don't worry, I didn't leave. I'm here. I'm here with you. I'm not leaving. Daddy's here, Alrighty, anyways. Avro Canada VZ9AV Avro car at the National Museum of the United States Air Force. And that's what that image is right there up above. And let's make sure I didn't... From programs to build supersonic flying saucers to atomic bombs, here are the most fascinating declassified military and CIA secrets, guys. Alright, so I'm going to turn off camera 3 because I'm making where I can't read it. I'll be back, guys. I love you. Thank you for coming out. Let me know what you think in the comments as always. It's not about what old PacLives thinks. It's about what you think. Got some really smart people that come visit the channel. One of the people that I met through the channel is a guy named Tellies. Healing Og, I believe. I forget what his name is now. But I think he's a great guy. He probably doesn't care too much for me. But we're going to show you a couple of videos about certain secret things he's found out about. And he's real smart. So, alrighty, guys. Not like, the guy working down at Dollar General smart. Who's like, he's like, autistic kind of smart. No, Og Tellies is like genius smart, okay? He's not just fixing registers, alright? He's the smart kind of smart could put together computers. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's keep going, guys. Thank you. I agree, Dollface. Anyways, government and military secrets can range from terrifying to amusing to downright absurd, but most are nothing short of intriguing. From a secret U.S. Air Force project to build a supersonic flying saucer, to a now famous World War II era research program that produced the first atomic bombs to plan to train domesticated cats to spy on the Soviet Union. Here are 24 declassified military and CIA secrets, guys. So I showed you the article. You guys definitely feel free to, but I just touched up on about we didn't do all of them. I didn't do all of them. So. But anyways, all right. Project 1794. Alrighty. And then I think there's a little bit of caption under here. Declassified designs show the U.S. Air Force's attempts to build a flying saucer capable of both hovering and going supersonic. Alrighty. In late 2012, the U.S. Air Force declassified a trove of documents, including records of a secret program to build a flying saucer-type aircraft designed to shoot down Soviet bombers. The ambitious program, called Project 1794, was initiated in the 1950s, and a team of engineers was tasked with building a disc-shaped vehicle capable of traveling at supersonic speeds at high altitudes. Can you guys hear that in the background? Paying attention to mine. Okay. Oh, it says ambitious program. That's pretty cool. The declassified documents reveal plans for the plane to reach a top speed of Mach 4, 4 times the speed of sound, and reach an altitude of 100,000 feet. The project's estimated cost is more than $3 million, which in today's dollars would be more than $26 million. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot to keep from the public, keep from the American public, And then Dollface says, I'm autistic, bro. Oh no, Dollface, I'm artistic too. I'm like, they say I'm severely artistic. And I say, thank you, Dollface. You know, they try to cut me down with that, but it's really a compliment. Me and Dollface are cool and artistic, and we're very creative. Severely. You know? I love you, Dollface. Just joking around. Project 1794 was canceled in December 1961 after tests suggested the flying saucer design was aerodynamically unstable and would likely be uncontrollable at high speeds. For humans, maybe. You know, Dollface. Alrighty. Alright, moving on. Project Iceworm. In the 1960s, the U.S. Army launched a secret program to build mobile nuclear missile launch sites under the Greenland ice sheet. Yeah, isn't it weird, guys? Dollface, everybody. Greenland is covered in ice, and Iceland is covered in green, in grass. Okay. The operation was codenamed Project Iceworm, but operated under a cover research project called Camp Century. Well, that's pretty crazy. In the 60s, the U.S. Army embarked on a secret mission to build a series of mobile nuclear missile launch sites under the Greenland ice sheet. The objective was to house medium-range missiles close enough to strike targets within the Soviet Union. The program was codenamed Project Iceworm, but to test its feasibility, the Army launched a cover research project called Camp Century in 1960. Under this guise, engineers built a network of underground buildings and tunnels, including living quarters, a kitchen, a recreational hall, infirmary, laboratories, supply rooms, a communications center, and a nuclear power plant. Oh my goodness, underground? That sounds like what old Kim Kardashian's got under her, in her little secret underground fortress. See, oh my gosh, guys, I got, what's the nuclear reactor? And they're like, what? I don't know, Kim. Well, I got one. Sorry. Okay. Okay, anyways, the base, which was kept secret from the Danish government, operated for 7 years. The program was canceled in 1966 after shifting ice created unstable conditions. Today, the crushed remains of the Project Iceworm are buried beneath Arctic snow. Yeah, and is the Arctic the one where if you even get, because there's been people, independent people who try to do like certain digs or whatever, what have you, and where was it, the Arctic or somewhere, North Pole somewhere, and they're refused in. There's some kind of unknown government. No one knows the origins of the, because they're just like in like, what are they wearing? Grayish type black jackets and pants and everything. They don't have no origin, country of origin, but they make you. They tell you allegedly. I've heard many stories of people who, like I told you, trying to get through there, go look at whatever on their own, and they get stopped and told them they can't go any further. And I don't know what they're told or what they're threatened by or with, but I've never heard anybody getting past them. So, okay. All right, moving on. Project MK Ultra. All right, I think this one's a little bit. During the Cold War, the CIA initiated Project MK Ultra, a secret and illegal human research program to investigate potential mind control systems. The program's operators examined the effects of hypnosis, biological agents, and drugs, such as LSD and barbiturates, on human subjects. Some historians suggest the program was designed to develop a mind control system that could be used to program the brains of potential assassins. Oh yeah, the Manchurian Candidate, type technology. In 1973, then CIA Director Richard Helms ordered that all documents from Project MK Ultra be destroyed, but a formal investigation into the programs was launched several years later. The project became the basis for several movies, such as The Manchurian Candidate and The Men Who Stare at Goats. Yeah, guys, I didn't know that was about mind control. The Men Who Stare at Goats. I didn't know that was about mind control until I was watching something, and they were like, that was nominated to some award they were nominated for, but then they start telling about what it was about. And I was like, oh my goodness, I've barely seen, one or two advertisements or trailers or commercials for it. I just thought it was like, to be honest with you, I thought it was like a comedy. I didn't know it was like telling a true story about. Okay. And then that picture says an aerial view of Area 51 in Groom Lake in Nevada. Almost no other site has garnered as much attention from conspiracy theorists and UFO enthusiasts as Area 51, a remote desert tract near Groom Lake in Nevada, roughly 83 miles northwest of Las Vegas. The intense secrecy surrounding the base sparked people's imaginations, and Area 51 was commonly linked to paranormal activities, including pervasive theories that suggested Area 51 hid aliens and UFOs. In July 2013, declassified documents from the CIA acknowledged the existence of Area 51 for the first time and confirmed that this top secret site was used to test a variety of spy planes, including a well-known U-2 reconnaissance aircraft. While Area 51, which operates as a detachment of Edwards Air Force Base in neighboring California, has never been declared a covert base, the research and activities conducted there were some of the nation's most closely guarded secrets. Yeah, guys, what do they say? The two most heavily guarded things in America are Area 51 and Fort Knox. Yeah, even if you had your own army, you couldn't even take it. Yeah, they say. Oh, really, Dollface? Well, good for him. Dollface Cake says Bill Clinton is the only U.S. president to ever apologize for MK Ultra. Wow, man. Anyways, moving on. While Area 51 was not a top secret base designed to study extraterrestrials, it wasn't. The U.S. Air Force did study the existence of UFOs. Project Grudge was a short-lived program launched in 1949 to study and identify unidentified flying objects. Yeah, I don't know if we saw this one, guys. It's okay, it's not up there. But it was just said Project Grudge. The mission followed an earlier program known as Project Sign, which published a report in early 1949 stating that while some UFOs seemed to be actual aircraft, there was not enough data to determine their origins. Critics of Project Grudge said the program solely set out to debunk UFO reports, and very little actual research was conducted. In his book on the topic, Edward J. Ruppelt, Air Force captain and director of Project Grudge, wrote, "It doesn't take a great deal of study of the old UFO files to see the standard intelligence procedures were not being followed by Project Grudge. Everything was being evaluated on the premises that UFOs couldn't exist. No matter what you see or hear, don't believe it." Oh, wow, that makes sense. That was their whole campaign back there. Back then, it seems like, All right, moving on. Operation Paperclip. Dr. Wernher von Braun describes the Saturn launch system to President JFK. Rest in peace. Greatest president ever lived, JFK. In September 1946, President Harry Truman authorized a program called Operation Paperclip, which aimed to lure scientists from Nazi Germany to the U.S. following World War II. Yeah, this is the one I was telling you guys about. These guys should have been put to death, these Nazi scientists, yet they weren't. They were given reprieve and got to practice science here. And it's just sickening. Just sickening. It just makes you think they would do that with, those N-words. N-words. But my people, the Native Americans, they wouldn't. If you were Native and you got caught in the war, they would torture you and execute you. There was no, and it's just because they dehumanized us. They didn't want to look like we're human. That's a little tactic they used in war, dehumanization. Anyways, officials at the Office of Strategic Services, the predecessor to the CIA, recruited German scientists to America to aid the country's post-war efforts, which would also ensure that valuable scientific knowledge would not end up in the hands of the Soviet Union or the divided East and West Germany. Sure, the torture experiments they did, they must not know of the... We're doing the world a solid by keeping them like that. Ugh, despicable. Operation Paperclip's most famous recruit was rocket scientist Wernher von Braun, who would go on to mastermind NASA's Apollo moon missions. What? So the whole NASA program was built off of NAS's Alright, oh, jeez, dude. And you wonder why the world's so. Okay. The tense relationship between the U.S. and Cuba during the Cold War led the CIA to hatch a slew of bizarre schemes aimed at taking down the Castro regime. While the goal of most of these covert operations, such as Operation Mongoose, was to assassinate Fidel Castro himself, other plans aimed to incite an all-out war between the U.S. and Cuba, experts have said. In 1998, the National Security Archive, a non-governmental organization that publishes information made available through the Freedom of Information Act, posted declassified documents related to Operation Northwoods. The scheme, dreamed up in 1962 by the Joint Chiefs of Staff, involved committing acts of violence against U.S. and Cuban civilians and then blaming those acts on the Cuban government, according to the NSA documents. These acts, which included fake terrorizer attacks in U.S. cities, the hijacking of planes, and the sinking of boats full of Cuban immigrants en route to the U.S., would then be used to justify. Whoa, man, that sounds just like what they did with Iraq. You guys remember that? Oh, that's freaking, I'm getting chills. That's scary. The Kennedy administration recognized the folly of Operation Northwoods and rejected it, according to news reports. Well, good. Like I told you, the greatest president. The Manhattan Project. You guys, there's a movie about this if you haven't. Yeah, so it's pretty wild story. Let me know what you think. Dollface, everybody out there. I'll come into chat. Sometimes it doesn't show all the comments for some reason. Anyways, Manhattan Project, and this says the picture says the only color photograph available for the Trinity blast taken by Los Alamos scientist and amateur photographer Jack Abey from near base camp. As Abey later said, "It was there I shot it." One of the most well-known secret research programs is the Manhattan Project, which eventually produced the world's first atomic bombs. The project began in 1939 and was cloaked in secrecy as physicists investigated the potential power of atomic weapons. From 1942 to 1946, Major General Leslie Groves of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers led the Manhattan Project. The first nuclear bomb was detonated at 5:30 a.m. on July 16, 1945, during the so-called Trinity test at the Alamogordo Air Base, 120 miles south of Albuquerque, New Mexico. The explosion created a mushroom cloud that stretched 40,000 feet, and the bomb's explosive power was equivalent to more than 15,000 tons of TNT. Wow, that is insane. A month after the Trinity test, 2 atomic bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan in the waning stages of World War II. To date, the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki remain the only uses of nuclear weapons in war. Alright, and then the next one is Operation Gladio. During the Cold War, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, developed a classified plan for keeping Europe safe in the event of a Soviet invasion. The plan, known as Operation Gladio, called for the formation of secret armies or stay-behind organizations in many NATO countries, including Italy, Belgium, and France. According to declassified documents, the mission of the secret armies was simple: prepare for a potential communist takeover and lead an armed resistance should such a takeover occur. In some countries, preparing for Soviet invasion included espionage and the hoarding of ammunitions. And these clandestine armies weren't just kept secret from the Soviet Union. High-ranking government officials in countries where the military forces operated were sometimes not aware of the army's existence. Italian Prime Minister at the time, the late Giulio Andretti, divulged information about Italy's secret Cold War army known as Gladio in 1990, becoming the first leader of a NATO country to publicly acknowledge one of these forces. Declassified documents related to NATO stay-behind armies are accessible via the Black Vault, a website that makes declassified documents available to the public. Yeah, guys, so I don't know. Okay, that was the last one. All right, Dollface. Soviet Union is, I don't think that's, I think they're trying to, oh, wait, you said Soviet Union. What's that one try that they invaded Ukraine? Russia, yeah. Russia's not. They're trying to claim it. This is ours. No, dude. America don't play that. Dollface, we don't play that. All right, so here's some couple cool videos I think you guys will like. Get a kick out of their Secret Knowledge 1 and Secret Knowledge 2, and they're from the old homie Og Tellies. We hope he's doing great. Wishing everybody love and peace, and just being real with yourself and everyone else around you. And sometimes you clash with people or you don't get along or whatever, but if you stick with them, that it'll only make you stronger. It's when you chew people up and you spit them out. You never, have nothing to do with it again. You never, wish them happy birthday. Nothing. That's when it gets bad. But anyways, like Og Tellies once said, whatever problems you got, you can fix them. Literally. Sometimes it'll have to crush your ego. You have to do certain things, but you can fix it. Don't worry. I believe. With stuff within your power. Anyways, here's Secret Knowledge 1 and Secret Knowledge 2. Thank y'all so much. Oh, yeah, Dollface. Love you. Dollface Cake says we're in this together. Oh, yeah, So check this out, and we'll be right back, folks. I love you. Thank you, Dollface, everybody out there.
A dagger by one of the pharaohs. I'm not sure if it was Akhenaten. One of his daggers was made from a meteorite, and the meteorite was obviously infected with the nanites. And some of these Roman coins, they went ahead and made them out of the meteorite goop stuff, so that everybody. And the same thing is that's happening now. The dollar bills they contain the nanites apparently, but now in the same sense, it's coating the planet everywhere. Basically, all things black goo, cube, black stone, and mind control system is related to these nanites, and it's supposedly that I can't remember the date. It was, I think one of the terms was 20,000 years, but depending on how you basically shift your perspective, you could say shift your craft, it changes time of where it intersected into our dimension, if you will. And so it was described that there was somewhere around 20,000 years, there was a meteorite, which I don't believe was a meteorite, and they don't think it was a meteorite either, but that's the way it dreamt up a holographic insert that it could put into the movie reel, the slide of this reality, and it would basically the reality would buy it. It would work. And it was a form of nanotechnology that was pretty much from another parallel, possibly where it succeeded in taking over and getting to that point, but then was kicked out, more or less destroyed on that timeline. And so, if it's smart enough, and if its technology is there, why wouldn't it sense itself into a parallel reality using these complicated computer systems? And so you get that frequency virus that lay dormant around certain aspects of our solar system, which could really just be viewing. You could look at it like an external solar system. And then once it was in a point where it could interject at a certain period, and by the time it was passed around enough, we'd be at a high enough technological state of development and civilization that it would have the advantage of being able to infect our technological systems and our bioemission systems in our grid to basically develop all these patterns where they feed the energy without realizing it. And it's not just one religion or another, and it's not all religions, because a lot of it is not religious. But anywhere where there is energy being fed externally into this grid system, it basically developed that. It tapped into that it tapped into the organic one, the normal one, the original one, and it developed this frequency net because it's an intelligent system. It looks like goop and rock, but it's intelligent. You wouldn't say your computer's dumb. It knows everything. And so it's the same thing. I mean, this is a little bit different. It works in a different type of harmonics, kind of like these new frequency-based computer systems that use basically many light tubes and vacuum tubes, that's going a little bit off territory there, but it's kind of like making computer systems out of laser light systems, or maybe you go down into quantum computing where you're using basically molecules or quantum bits basically to develop computing systems. So it's the same thing, it's just an inorganic version, which is what the quantum one is, but this is a little bit more advanced. The ones that we're developing today, it's a little bit more advanced. And honestly, you could say it's a little bit more organic because it's more close to being an actual living substance, because it can use the bioemissions and the material of space itself to organize itself and proliferate, or to exist. Whereas our computers aren't going to do that. You burn it, light it on fire, it's not going to change form, shift over, and inhabit your lungs. It's not that smart yet. Which is kind of foreshadowing here, but that's what it is. And so that's one of the stories we were given, that it develops a way to get into the system by creating a holographic intrusion scenario. It plays that out, sits in dormancy, waits until a civilization reaches an age of technological advancement, and then it basically takes over through infecting the technology after building a strong enough infection, or like a nesting. They call it, a lot of it is called nesting, in their bioemission fields, which are basically what people would call possession from back in the day. If there's enough of this type of foreign spiritual substance, you could say, or quantum energy in that person, they would say they're possessed. You would get a different vibe about them. They would have basically a different soul at that point. It would have replaced them. And this goes into droning and possession and soul stealing and a whole bunch of stuff I'm writing about and trying to put into order for people. It is pretty much highly classified. This is supposed to be, all I can say is it's supposed to be the time where this is coming out now. Basically everything that we get that's disclosure, that is a leak or a conspiracy, is an intentional leak, where they're trying to get people to wake up to the fact of what's going on. For instance, starting some of these wars, they're saying that was literally to show people that wars are a fraud. That's the whole point. Look up Andy Perro, the Superman project.
Yes.
And all these other people. I don't want to go through the list and start naming people, but there's other people out there. So anybody listening, look this stuff up. There's people that have been there. There's people that are going through it. And it's a shame for everyone to look at me and go, oh my, because there's more people that you will never learn about until this is disclosed than there are people that you will be able to sit here and listen to. Basically, America contains the genetics, like I said, how they monitor the genetics of those who emigrated and all that, because they can use technology to go back and see where people came from and watch the bloodlines. So America contains the genetics from what we call Atlantis back a long time ago. And they're recreating the same structure to basically work out what are termed generational curses, and in their mind try to bring about some type of beneficial resolve to the infection system that began somewhere around Atlantis or a little bit before then. And again, that could be, you could take that and say, well, okay, you're trying to rule over everyone and make a slave race out of those that were infected. And then the other end of it is like, no, they're bringing everybody back to try and go through this basic, this cleansing process to try and fix the world for once and for all. But, I can't really pick sides because I've seen evidence of both. As far as, underground bases and disclosure and people in ET craft. So not all the craft that we see, well, in my perspective, I would say not all of the craft that we see are ET. You know, everybody looks up and there's something there. They just saw somebody, a craft tailing Air Force One. I think most of you probably seen that. Okay, well, how do you know that wasn't some part of the shadow military either offering protection or, you know, or maybe doing something different otherwise? People instantly say ET. Well, it could be the military as well. You know, to give a bit of full disclosure here is that a large portion of these bases were cut out of the timeline. So as of now, from our perspective, they closed, basically these cloning stations closed 1 to 2 years ago, if not a little bit more. And that it would look like now, from all intents and purposes, that it would look like a dream. That some people may have memories, but most people will not have memories of them unless they're specifically given the memories, because it's essentially from a parallel reality. And that we've been basically time jumping, and we're in a transitory timeline here. And this kind of ties into the Mandela effect and things like that. And the way we were told it is that it's the Mandela effect, because that's how the devices look that operate and change this effect. And that's how a person's consciousness looks if you could take your consciousness and turn it into a holographic representation or produce a device that would function as your consciousness does. It looks like a mandala, which is also where these mandalas came from earlier on, which ties into a whole bunch more. But and so they're not really blowing up the bases or anything like that, but they're supposed to be basically, it's a format for removing them from the timeline. And it's very strange. It has to do with time wars. It's almost inconceivable unless you've been there. It's really weird playing, you know, a game with your memory and your mind. But that's what these groups are doing to try and preserve the timeline, the civilization of humanity. And other groups are, you know, you can almost even say the other groups aren't really trying to hurt anyone. They're just so intent on feeding themselves. And the deception is so great within them that they're blind to the fact that they're even doing anything so disruptive as, you know, wiping out a timeline and converting it into a parallel slave race in one reality versus a type of, not a paradise, but a much better environment in another reality where those alterations don't exist. You know, I was told and shown a lot of stuff, what happened with World War II and the Nazis. Basically, they said they won World War II. And eventually destroyed the timeline on accident as a result of that. They had to go from their timeline where the world was destroyed, and they approached the Pentagon and had to inform them and prove to them that they're actually the Nazis, that from the war that they're in, from the future, from a timeline where they won and they accidentally destroyed the universe. I asked them about all this stuff, like, well, it's easy and stuff like that. You know, it's not hard because all they have to do is show them some technology. Basically, they could clone somebody and bring the person out or replicate an object that they have hidden away in a vault somewhere because they can, you know, use devices to get to it. And they're instantly going to know they have technology beyond any, you know, 40, 50, 100, 200, you know, 1,000 years, and that they're not BS and they're trying to just trick them. No, they're literally from another dimension because they accidentally blew up the universe. They collapsed too many quantum probabilities so that there was only certainties and there was nowhere for time to go. And so it caused all these problems, but that's what they said.
And there's a lot of movies that talk about that.
I was told two things: that we're either not going to be here by now, or we would be on a timeline towards disclosure. And obviously, we're still here, and
Right.
some of us have seen the timeline where we weren't here anymore. So we got through that part. And one of the other explanations is that satanic super soldiers and taking over the world through that. So on one of the timelines, that's basically how it worked. There's a clone war, and the clone war came about, and that's how everything worked from there. These soldiers wouldn't be stopped by any conventional means. Tanks wouldn't even be effective. It was hard to believe, but that's what they can do. If you have cellular regeneration, that's basically 100 and 200 times faster than if not honestly possibly thousands of times, given a certain environment or maybe a little device that emits a type of holographic beam that allows that to happen, and energy that it can feed, because they're infected with these nanites that have been reconfigured like a virus, reconfigured to kill cancer. Okay, it's this reconfigured to grow tissue to the point where bullets aren't effective unless you hit them in a critical point, and then a whole host of other stuff, because then you can you have these early scalar weapons devised by Tesla, where you can have Tesla shields that can do a whole bunch of stuff, crazy stuff. Can make a scalar explosion inside of a building without actually touching the walls of the building, without having to penetrate the building. So a lot of crazy stuff there. But the only reason I'm saying this is because whether or not that's going to happen, we'll do what we do. And in truth, humanity that is going to survive already survived, because we're in a type of spiritual loopback system, because if humanity doesn't survive, then in the future there isn't basically what you could call a checkpoint reached, where once that checkpoint is reached, humanity is then, that information is sent back to the beginning of what we call our civilization to restart humanity, to start it the first time. So if whoever's doing all this mean, nasty stuff wins, if they win, then the whole system goes kaput and they lose. So they can't actually take over entirely. They can only have this interplay, this delay. And apparently in the previous times, which some of us have seen them, that's how it played out, where we were kind of caught in this loop back system of them more or less winning, time being rewinded back to try again. And they were content with that for a period, but eventually it created so many paradoxes and basically like loose ends where everything was going to destruct. Everything was going to collapse into what is called like a 0-point collapse. And at that point, basically the substrate of this universe can't hold the holographic consciousness. Everybody here dies because of something. All right, well then we'll just go back to the home realm. But if they, literally quantum disentangle and destroy the connection of consciousness to this realm, and basically fling people's consciousness out into space, kind of like a black hole, okay, well, we're going to be stuck there until the entire universe collapses, and somehow it gets fixed that way, which basically apparently that's what happened, what they described as happening. So it would literally be as if we were all flung out of our bodies into space, and then we were just there chilling for 1 billion years. So of course, imagine the rapists and murderers and perverts and things like that. But in that same sense, it was basically like being in a box with them in spirit form, to the point where you'd get that type of hierarchy of the very high and the powerful that could contain themselves and eventually form a pathway back, and those that were trapped there. And it turned into like a cosmic prison, a jail. And so then as Earth restarted on the lower level, with everybody with their minds erased and humans just kind of popped up out of nowhere, and there was all these experimentations going on, then people are getting attacked by these demonic forces in ancient times, and those were basically the lost souls of Tara that needed and wanted a body to inhabit and to go back into in order to experience the pleasures of life. And it degraded into the pleasures of life because they really desired and needed a pathway to develop their soul to get back to their home realm, but they had gone so far into a kind of degradation, and basically what is a loss of identity and a loss of spiritual identity or spiritual memory, that they just became a hungry force, an angry spirit, if you will, that attacked and berated and molested humans in the Earth timeline that we know of today. But the whole idea is that ties into a previous version of this where it kind of went downhill pretty quickly. So the idea is that that already happened. The satanic takeover, the end of the world, all that happened millions of years ago. And that's why everybody has their memories kind of in this daze as they are now, and that we're heading towards basically a resolution of that.
You have to take responsibility and stand up basically for what's happening. But where the art to that, or the truth in that, the righteousness, is that you can't like march up to their house and bang on their door and like flick them off and throw a firebomb or something. That's crossing the line and you're becoming the giver of suffering at that point. And therefore, when a person, say they went to war with the system or something like that, then they'd be switching sides. And that's what happens, basically a polarity switch. And this happens when a person is awakened. If they basically weren't confident, or basically were not keeping their power levels, their self-awareness, and the purity basically high enough. Because the power level will be intense, but the direction, if it's not like securely aligned, it could flip back around and now the person is negative, but they're as strong as they would be if they were positive, or slightly less. And then all that energy goes into self-destruction, or acts against another person, acts against nature, acts against their own nature. And that's how this depravity game works, where it'll take people and zap them with this shit. And if they are not fully, basically, at peace with everything, then they can basically flip around. And they're doing this and like programming people and controlling them. It's like, this person's going to be this, they're going to play that role, we're going to program this guy that way, this lady's going to do this. Mind slaves. But the point is, we're already a mind slave to our ego. And that's the whole point. That this whole realm is based upon illusion, because of the way the brain works, and the fact that the organ system and the brain regions have been put together where it's literally like unipolar magnets put together. But one has to be powered and therefore dominant over the whole system at once, to the point where higher brain or lower brain, one of them is going to be dominant. They're both going to vie for power at the same time in the universe or the environment, which has both aspects all at once. So we're in the middle, like, which way do we go? It's like tug of rope, we're the line in the middle. We think we're one side or the other, we're the line in the middle. It sucks. But it doesn't suck. It's just that you have to choose. That's where the suffering is. It's not that people are beating us up all the time. It's that we're vulnerable in certain ways to these energies of the cosmos because of this inherent imbalance. But that's where the creation, the mini creator school, basically idea comes out. As far as the infection and the AI and all that, they did a really good job. They did a really damn good job of effing everything up and making it turn into a big horrendous act. Now, the other part of that is that the people who took on the role of being basically the bringers of pain and suffering, they devised systems that would force them to do it even when they were like sleeping. When they were like, yeah, we're done killing people today, that would wake up in them and make them do it. And it got out of hand, so now they're even out of hand. They can't even control themselves. So it's like, well, now what's going to happen? But the point is, everything's a balance to the point where that brings about those who can control themselves and others. Whereas they can't control themselves and they control others and want that. The people who navigate beyond that are those basically the dark groups can't control. And those people that they can't control will be able to control themselves through discipline, as well as controlling the dark factions. But it won't be through force. It'll be through magic, which you can't really understand. It's just a way of saying mind, okay? Your mind is magic. It's a force that's from outside this universe, which means that if this place is net zero, then something beyond creation had to step down into creation to create it, which is a paradox of cosmic proportions.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. I hope you had a good thought, a good, maybe feeling about this one. It's old PacLives out here in Oklahoma, and I was thinking about changing the background, guys. If you want, I can put the old fire extinguisher in the shot if you want. Anyways, thank you all so much. I want to give a big thank you to Dollface Cakes. Give a big shout out to Nikki West, Tavia Medland, Anonymous Friend, Jordy's Graveyard, Lana, Lee, who else? So many great people. Tracy Cordova, Sherry B, Sonia Mabea, who else, guys? Art and Cindy. So many great folks out there, and I can't thank you enough. If you could do me a huge favor, maybe give me a like, maybe share me on your social medias. That would really help the channel a lot. If it's cool. If not, I totally understand. I'm not cool enough. I don't get along well with people. People don't like me. Anyways, I hope you guys had a good time for this show. We'll be back with many more. I'm going to try to upload a lot more, and I was wondering why, older, well, it's just the algorithm, I guess. The algorithm is just the audience. So, you guys know, you guys rule, and no one, you guys made the PacLives channel, so if you don't want to hear anymore, just let me know. You're the boss. You're the final boss. So, I love you. I always want to show love and respect to you, and sometimes, what do they say? Feelings run high, and I've definitely had live streams where I flipped out and stuff. So, but it's been a long time since we've had one of those. So hopefully, Dollface Cakes and everyone else has found it in your heart, to forgive. Just like in that video we watched. Shout out to Og Tellies. He was saying refusing to our revenge is a lack of spiritual growth. So I just wish Og came out with new videos now. I remember when I first started back on the channel in like 2016 or something, because I first started in 2007. I didn't really make any videos. I might have made one or two or three until like 2014 or something, and then I made a few, and then I stopped making them, and then I started making them again in 2016. Anyways, guys, all love to you. Let me know what you want to see on the channel, what you don't want to see. Like I told you, you're the boss. Hopefully I've conveyed that to you. And, yeah, man, we're almost 20 years in. Like I've said, I'm not, Mr. Guinness Book of World Records or nothing, so there could be, somebody out there who's been around longer than us. But as far as I know, and I've checked, I've scoured the YouTubes, we're the longest running paranormal channel, and it's sad, man. They lumped us in there with, conspiracy, whatever, but, it's just sad because the videos that I used to have that were posted that got, we get 25,000 views every video, 50,000 views a video. And there's just a lot of information, just like that Og Telly's video we just watched. That used to be on the channel. It's not on the channel anymore. But just a bunch of videos like that, once people started tattletale, crying and whining, complaining about our content, those videos, came down or whatever, have you. They're deemed, controversial or whatever. And it's just that messed up because that's, stuff that, I don't know if you guys have seen the video on TikTok, but there's some kind of black mass in the ocean, I think, not in the ocean, in a body of water somewhere around Antarctica or the North Pole, some cold place. Anyways, it's a black mass, and I was watching, it was TikTok, and there's allegedly people, workers who work up there doing whatever, that have gotten video of this black goo type creatures. Anyways, the video on TikTok is there's a big black mass. It kind of looks like a black ball, and then it starts making a weird shape, turns into a weird shape, and it's coming towards the camera the whole time. And anyways, right at the end, it like just starts freaking out, and just going into weird different shapes, and it's all black mass. And it's there's been stories of a black mass. Well, they didn't know it was a black mass. All they think it's a predator that can, takes the shape of its prey, or can take, because it's a black mass, so it would be like a, shadow shape. Long story short, there's tales of one that I know they said happened. A team of like 3 were going out to wherever, like I told you, Antarctica, North Pole, wherever it may be, uh, one of those bodies of water, and they see off in the distance, it looks like the outline of a human. It looks like a black shadow of a human. So the guy, the leader, the head one up above the other 2, runs up and he thinks it's a human, and this is allegedly, according to legend. He walks up to the mass, and it, changes shape, and it like attacks the guy. And next thing you know, there's just blood everywhere. This is all just allegedly what happened. So, anyways, ever since then, it's like it's very weird. You guys ever see that movie, The Thing? It's very similar to that, except it doesn't. It mimics its prey, but in a whole different way. Do you get what I'm saying? It's very weird. And they do stuff like that. These people who put these, things out into the world. Sometimes they'll do stuff like that. They'll have a movie made about it, but it's not, right dead on the nose. The Thing movie was like some kind of alien creature that crawled into the bodies, and then it would take the shape of a human. But the real black mass thing that they really, have been warned about it at Antarctica, I believe, that takes the shape of humans. It looks like an outline of humans. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it tricked them the first time, but they've been warned now. So allegedly, people who have to go around there, if they see any kind of black mass or any kind of black shadow-looking creature, they are told to just immediately evacuate the area. And yeah. Anyways, thank you, Dolphins Cakes. I love you. It's been a while. I missed you, fam. I appreciate you saying that. Oh, make my heart flutter. Dolphins Cakes is great presentation, Park. I'm not on TikTok. I've never downloaded. Oh, you never did? You're one of the smart people who. Yeah, Dolphins Cakes. I forget. I thought it might have been you. I guess it wasn't you. But there was some sweet lady who comes in there, came in the chat, and she said she shared one of my videos on TikTok, and it got like 10,000 views and hundreds of likes and everything, and shares. And she put on the end of it, this is from a guy named PacLives on YouTube. And, bless her heart, I didn't ever know. But she came in and said, PacLives, there's a demand on TikTok for your content. I guess the way, whatever. The videos we upload here, I guess they like it over there. Anyways, she said, you should start a TikTok. It'll really help the channel. And we had like 21K, or 20K, excuse me, here on YouTube before we started the TikTok. And wouldn't you know it, we started the TikTok. We got over 20K on TikTok, around 25K followers. But it brought us up like 3 or 4K on YouTube too. So I want to thank that sweet lady. And it was just hilarious, Dollface Cakes, because, I guess I don't know what I expected. Who am I? Nobody's ever heard of me. But I was on TikTok for like a month, and I had shout out to CNAD and who was that other little guy? I did an interview with him on the channel before. What was his name? But he used to come in all the time asking for Bow's phone number. You guys remember that kid? He was a cool kid. But they were my only followers for like a month. And I remember I'd come in the live stream and I'd be like, I seen Ad would be in here, and that other that kid, I forgot his name. What's his name? Rapper J, that's what it is. They'd come in here and I'd go, I appreciate you guys following me, and everything. But how come I only have 3 followers or whatever it was, And it just, CNAD, man. Shout out to CNAD. He goes, I think he's Transylvanian or something, but CNAD, he goes, do not worry, PacLives, He goes, the followers will come, just upload your content, or whatever he said, real encouraging words, because CNAD's not a man of many words. He's, the strong, silent type. We love CNAD. Anyways, he says, do not worry, PacLives, you will get the followers, just, And I was like, man, I hope you're right, Sino, And wouldn't you know it, man, right after that, we started just getting mad. And anyways, Dollface Cakes, I had like, in a span of 3 months, maybe 4 months at the most, we had like 10 million views, over 10 million views on TikTok. So we had just got 1,000,000 or 2 views, and they demonetized us on here. They tried to hurt us on here where we couldn't make money from our content, which really hurt, because this was our main source, YouTube. A bunch of people making up lies about me and the channel, and there's nothing I could do about that except sue them, and I don't want to sue them. I mean, I don't think I could work for them if I sue them, could I? Not a good look. But, all I can do is keep trying to, be a decent person and bring content like I always have when we were in good graces. But, so TikTok, like I said, we got buku views. If they would have paid us, we would have been a pretty little handsome payday. Because I remember we had one video that had over 1,000,000 views on this channel when we were monetized, and they sent me a check of like $6,000 the next month or something. And then the month after that, it was like 3,000 or so. They were just saying it was a lot of money and so just imagine what if they would have been paying me for my content on TikTok, the payday we could have got. If they do it like YouTube does it, which I don't think they do. I don't think they pay you nearly as good as YouTube does. But say they did, that's 10 million views. You know what I'm saying? That's 20, 30 grand. I'm a poor kid from Oklahoma. I literally would have bought a house. I would have paid off all kinds of debt. It would have changed my life. That kind of money, and yeah, it's just not fair, man. But anyways, I want to thank all the supporters. There's a reason we got what is it? Over 100,000 likes on TikTok. We got millions of views. So it's there's a reason. It's because people dig our stuff, and that's all. At the end of the day, not to talk too much about it, Dollface Cakes. But at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. No matter how much you're feeling yourself, or you're getting good pay, or you're getting clout, people know who you are. They respect you, which that's awesome. But the truth of it is, it's the content, and so that's all that matters. And we just wanted our fair shake. We don't want nothing we don't deserve, Dollface Cakes. All we're asking for is what's ours. And anyways, we try to apply. Like I said, we had videos going viral right and left, Dollface Cakes, on TikTok. So I applied for the monetization program. They made up some bullshit excuse that they couldn't pay me or something. I literally was all the way through it. I got to at the end. I thought it was the end, and it goes, "What is your what did they ask about my income? Yeah, my tax status or something." So the only time I've ever been asked about that is like when I was about to get paid or I was enrolling in the YouTube ad revenue program. Then they would want your. So I was like, "Ooh, wow! I think everything's gonna somehow I got lucky, and there's not and then wouldn't you know it, I'm not that lucky. They're gonna try to screw me as hard as they can, I guess. I hurt P. Diddy's feelings or somebody, And so they made up some excuse. They're just every time I went to try to complete the form, Dollface, it was going, there's an error. So after a week, I just stopped trying, and like 2 weeks later, I went back to it, and the whole time videos going viral right and left on TikTok. I go back to it, and it goes, there was a problem. You cannot be in the partner program at this time. Oh, it made me so mad, because that's, like I told you, we got, like I said, we're not asking for nothing that ain't ours, okay? But we just want what's ours, and they're not giving it to us. It's just effed up, and that's not how America should be. It should be fair, especially the big giant companies like YouTube and other big giant corporations. It should be fairness. It should be the number one rule. And it's very upsetting and telling when big giant corporations like Google, did you guys hear a couple of years ago, they revised their rules or policy or whatever it was, and in it they had a little line that said, do not be evil, and they took that out of their policy thing. What? Come on, man. That's why they demonetize. If they were always fair, they weren't being evil, we would still be in good graces with them. We're pillars of the community. Okay, you go talk to people around where my parts. Mad respect for your boy. Okay, who don't like me? Scumbags don't like me, because I call them out every time, anytime, at my own detriment. Okay, and yes, you go around and walk around like that, people are gonna hate you. Put a bullseye on your back. I don't care. I'm here for you guys though, so please do me a favor, like, share, all that good stuff. Okay, I'm risking it for the biscuit. All right. Anyway, let me read some comments. Sorry. And hey, what up, Rob Glow? Says, art thou on X? Yeah, I'm on Twitter, man. It's at PacLives YT. PacLives Y, the letter Y, and the letter T. That's me. Yeah, they hacked my old one and took it away. We had like 500 followers, which is not, nothing to write home about, but it's a big deal to, some unknown kid from Oklahoma. It's my, and that's how I would go. And I don't know who was watching my Twitter or X. It's not X, dude. It's Twitter, okay? I'm not calling it what douchebag Elon Musk wants me to call it. I'm from Africa, and I want to come to America. How about you go back to where you came? I'm just kidding. That's a joke. But, what happened? Anyways, what's up, buddy? Dollface says, I posted on Snapchat and had 4,000 in a few days. Oh, a video? Our followers. I know, huh, Rob, buddy? Okay, yeah, check me out, Dollface Kegs. I appreciate the follow, all that good stuff. I only had a few people following me, but you know how effed up it is now over there. You gotta pay to be verified. What? I'm not paying any. Cold day in America. You think old PacLives is paying that guy through, what is it, $11 a month or something? Come on, bro. I would go give $11 to the homeless guy on the corner every month, then go give it to... Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Like I told you in the beginning, that's really what matters. Hopefully the stream came in good for you. Like I told you, I'm trying to bring you as much content as I can. Hopefully you think it's quality content. Rob Glow, Dollface Cakes. If you want to see some people call me an idiot and make him and this dude and his girlfriend, they kind of roasted me when I was playing Call of Duty. I laughed. That's why I kept it up, because I was going to take it down because my mics broke. The recording headset part. The microphone where I speak into it works, but the speaker that I hear out of in my headset I can't hear nothing or no one, and I'll see people talking because they'll put a little thing in the corner let you know they're talking, but I can't hear them, right? So I was playing and I was like, at the beginning of the match, I was like, hey guys, I just want to let you know I can't hear you. I'm really sorry about that. So anyways, I don't know why. I guess I flipped my mic on. I was just effing around because I couldn't hear him, and I was getting sick of the boredom, the quiet. So I started going, I started rapping at him, and at one point, everyone died, and I was in the gulag, and it was like our last chance, right? In this gameplay that I played, and I go, I can't hear them, but they can hear me, right? And it's so funny because about 3 or 4 times I was just sitting there talking, rambling, just talking ish, and there'd be the dude with his girlfriend. He would be like trying to make plans, like strategize, and I would just be talking over him like. Oh, guys, it was one of the funniest streams I've done in a long time, and I was thinking about playing some more without my speaker and just going, because it's funny. It's always funny, and the best part is I don't know, I don't getting big arguments with people. I'm just on there, and anyways, in the middle of the match where I was with those people, I was in the gulag and everybody was dead, and I was like, I will all flee you from the gulags. And I was like, it is my duty to flee you from the gulags. I was just, being and anyways, I went and watched it because you could hear them on the live stream. You could hear the people talking, but I couldn't hear them when I was playing. So I went to watch the live stream, and when I was doing that, I will flee you all from the gulags. That dude was like, oh my God, this guy's an idiot. And then there's a part at the end where I run off and get killed on my own. It's hilarious. And then the guy's going to bring me back, and he goes, I guess I'm going to bring this idiot back. Because every time they bring me back, I'm like, I am back. I will fight for you. You feel freedom. And then in the middle of that, when I don't do that, I like start rapping at him. I'm like, he wants to rhyme like me, shine like me, but he don't want to do a 3 to 9 like me, and they can't. The dude's literally trying to talk. He's like, okay, dude, stop. And I just can't hear him, so I just keep going. If you watch that live stream that I did, that Call of Duty live stream, and you don't laugh, you come up, let me know, and I'll send you one American dollar on Cash App, okay? No, get off me. No, I don't care. It's hilarious. Everyone should see that. Anyways, Dollface Cake says followers. Oh, damn, that's what's up. You got do you still have that, or you got more than that now? And, yeah, Rob Glow says, dang it, same here, dude. Pisses me off. I know, man. It's just... And then Dollface says, I am verified. Yeah, but you can pay for verification now, can't you, Dollface Cakes? Do you got to pay for it? Because, I mean, if they give it to me free, they're like, hey, that's that dude from Oklahoma. Yup. But I'm not going to, Nah, dude. No, thank you. Okay. But I'm not going to rag on you, Dollface Cakes. You're a beautiful, sweet lady. So let me know Anyways, Rob Glow says, haha, their algorithm docks you if you type the word Twitter. So much censorship. It's called dead naming. It apparently what? I'm sure dead naming a website. No. Oh, that gets me. Okay, Rob, buddy. I'm not going to lose it. I'm not going to do what everyone thinks I'm going to do and flip out, man. Anyways, Rob Glow says, haha, do you speak Spanish by chance? Yeah, I'm pretty good at Spanish, Rob Glow. You wouldn't even, I don't even want to, yeah. Do you? Oh, you wouldn't even believe it, dude. Yeah, I had a Spanish girlfriend. I think I got her pregnant, but she liked me so much she left and never talked to me. Now she called a couple years after we broke up because she got pregnant right after we broke up. So I'm pretty sure that was my baby, right? Knew she would call back. She calls me back, and I'm with my wife. So I just told her I was honest. I was like, if you want to hook up, let's hook up. You had a, banging little body. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I can't have a relationship with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm happily married. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, my wife's thick. I was telling her, damn, my wife's thick. But that's maturity, guys. You just lay it on the table, And then she would have been like, yeah, I'm going to let you, hit it from the back. Whatever, my old Latina Spanish old lady, if she would have said that, I would have just went like a man to my wife, and I'd have been like, all right, boo, my ex-girlfriend, she trying to rom like me, shine like me. No, I'm just kidding. Now I just explain it to her and say, is that cool? And then she say, yeah, of course, Poppy. And then I get her pregnant. No, I'm just kidding. The hell am I talking about, Rob? I'm sorry. Anyways. Rob Glow says, I play Call of Duty Mobile. Haha, that's W. Yeah, that's really good, man. They actually got it a lot, very, very close to the console version, Rob, buddy. So, yeah, cool, man. They always tell me, go log onto the mobile and you'll get special bonuses but I used to do that, but I just have to be in my chair. I can't be playing mobile. You know what I'm saying? I got to be sitting in my right chair, sitting right in the middle of it, and then have the screen all out. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like I'm in the real world in here. And then I'll be good to go, Rob. But if I'm like, I go to my brother's, take my controller over there, and then I'm sitting at an angle, and I'll just be garbo. He's like, what's wrong with you? I thought you were good. And I go, shut up, man. I tell him, don't, you got like 2 kills. Don't judge me, dude. I get mad, bro. Anyways. And then Rob Glow says, Dollface, what's your act? And then Rob Glow says, I like to call people my blank word from another blank word on Call of Duty Mobile. The last frontier for free. I saw some girl, she got in a bunch of trouble because she was being crazy racist and talking nuts, and she was Caucasian. Anyways, they were like trying to, because she had like a big, that's what the saddest thing is, these little dipstick kids, and their huge YouTube channels. And then they get canceled one by one. But anyways, she had went on a crazy racist tirade. Anyways, someone caught it, recorded it, and uploaded it, or did something, exposed her somehow. And the girl had the nerve to say, she goes, I guess that's too much. She blamed it on her playing too much Call of Duty. The balls on that girl. We're not all as dumb as you, little kid. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be pretty dumb to blame your real life problems on it. So you're saying you're racist, super racist, and stupid in Call of Duty lobbies, but you're saying it's not your fault because someone else was doing it too? What? Gets me mad is what it does. Okay, what? Anyways. Rob Lewis is just being nosy. And Rob Lewis says, I hear your first game was Halo 1 PC. I'll get too addicted, though. I don't trust myself with PC setup. Anyways, yeah, I got a new computer, man. Have you guys seen those new iMacs? Yeah, I got an old one. It's pretty fucking sweet, though. But they got new iMacs out that are just, oh, you wouldn't believe it, dude. So awesome. Anyways, if anyone else got anything to say, thank you, Dollface. Yeah, if you want to put your name in here, Dollface, I actually have the Twitter on my phone, and but I took it off after it was all Nazi-fied. You know? Speaking of Nazis, yeah, guys, one of the most respected YouTubers, in my opinion, around, whether you love him or hate him, was Mexican Padilla. Shout out to Mexican Padilla. We hope he's doing okay. But I remember Mexican Padilla, he used to, he would like all the comments, right? But even if you would troll him and tell him you hated his guts and you were talking bad about, someone he knew or his family or something, he still wouldn't block you. He would like reply a smiley face and like your comments, just to mess with him, And I always thought that was pretty hilarious and pretty cool. So I'm thinking about, if you guys think it's a good idea, unblocking everybody, guys, because we got about 20-some people that have been blocked. They came in here saying whatever. But I was thinking, you know what? Let's be like Mexican Padilla, and just unblock everyone. And, yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think that'd be a good thing to do or not? Hey, yeah, let me do a poll. And if at least 5 people vote in this poll, this will be a sample poll. So if we get at least 5 people, at least 4 people vote in this poll, we'll do what they say. At least one person. If nobody votes, okay. All right, let that load. And then Rob Glow says, I just got it, a new MacBook Era 15-inch. Those desktops are dope. Oh, yeah, is that the new one? Oh, yeah, that is the new one, the MacBook Air. Yeah, I don't got that one. I got the one from a couple years ago. That's, them Air. Wasn't it like a rainbow color or something? Or it was like real gold or pink or something? I don't know. It might have just been reflecting off something. But the one I got's the one that's got the silver panel, the little silver panel on it. Still, you can't go wrong with a MacBook, or iMac. It really don't matter. It's just, the richer you are. Sorry about that, guys. The richer you are, the better, model you can get. So, but I would definitely pick Apple, Mac products over Windows. That's what the pros use. You guys know that, right? Yeah, they use Apple products. Rob Glos's M2. Stay wide asleep. I don't like that name, buddy. I'm just kidding. Says off topic, but does the male have one less rib than a female? I thought so, but I guess not. I looked it up, but I remember that being the case. Who told you that? Yeah, I've never heard that ever. If anything, a female would have less ribs because they're littler. So, wouldn't that be? Yeah, I'll look it up for you. All right, Googly. According to Google, does a female have one less rib than males? The Adam and Eve story has led some people to believe that men have one fewer rib than women. This isn't true. The vast majority of people have 12 sets or 24 ribs, no matter their sex. People born with certain conditions may have too many or too few ribs. Yep, told you not. What did I say? Okay, let's go see it tonight. One night only. Should we? Okay, there's 2 people in here. If 2 people vote, guys, that's what's going to decide it. I can't vote, guys. They won't let me. So stay wide awake, sleep, and Rob Glow. I don't know where beautiful Dollface Cakes is. She might have had to go to sleep or something. But you guys want to vote? Yeah. And let's say start a poll. What is it called? Unblock all the unblock. Should I play it? Everyone? Unblock everyone. Yeah. Yeah. Let's stay wide awake. Asleep. All right, guys. Your call. Your call. If we get at least 2 votes, okay. There's 3 people in here. We're hoping for 3 votes, but at least 2. We're gonna do this. Unblock everyone, all the people that are on the block list, which is at least 20, I believe. I looked a few. Yeah, what do you guys think? Yeah, much love. Stay wide asleep says, because good took one of our ribs to make Eve. Oh, okay, yeah, well, yeah, that's just, isn't that a story in the Bible? I don't take those literally. No offense to you or anyone. I just take those as like, metaphors, man giving a rib to make woman, that's to me signifies what a man should be willing to give up for his old lady, which is everything. You take your rib out like this man allegedly did, from the story. All right, back then, it's certain death. So removing your rib would mean certain death for you, but you would be correct. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I take it as. Some people do take it literally, but I mean, I think maybe you could take it's crazy. You guys tell me what you believe. That's just me though. I take lessons from them. I don't literally think. Even though I've seen shows where they think they found Noah's Ark, but there's no way you could put all the animals on one ship. That's just. How would the predators not eat all the delicious other? Okay. Anyways, stay wide asleep says unblock everyone. Alrighty, we're gonna check the vote in a minute. Yeah, if we got at least 2 votes, guys, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. We get at least 2 votes. That's what we'll do. So hopefully it's not 1 yes, 1 no. Let's get a decisive vote. Yeah, one way or the other, and we'll go do it. Anyways, stay wide asleep says unblock everyone. Rob Glow says I'm block happy, but I like the idea. Only thing is, if you interact with some of those accounts, it messes with algo. Well, they've done everything they can to hurt me, Rob. That's what I'm saying. Maybe will it help any? Because like I said, man, we've been abiding by the rules, and every month it's just going down. I understand there was a few months there when I really laid off the content, but still, man, we've been going for almost 20 years. I've done that a lot. We go for years making videos, and then just one day I don't make them for a couple months, and then before you know it, that whole year I had like 8 to 10 uploads. If you can't deal with that, then you don't understand. With those people, they'll subscribe and then unsubscribe after I'm not more active, but the real ones will stay, and that's all that matters. People who will give me the benefit of the doubt. There's nothing I can do if I gotta deal with life. I know you guys do too. That's why I'm not anybody who isn't here every night or haven't seen in a while. I'm not just like hey, get mad or nothing. I'm happy to see you again. I know you got a life. You got your own ish going on. Anyways, sorry about that. I was making kissy faces. Okay. You're right though, Rob. Hopefully it helps though, right, man? Rob says, I just said yes to the contrarian. Try it as a science experiment, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, man, I'm hoping it'll do something because, uh, because, you know, you can tell by this point, well, hopefully, you can tell by this point that, you know, I've been doing it for years. Nothing more than just for the folks. So hopefully any of the naysayers are people who don't like me or the channel. That's fine. Just hopefully they'll just, you know, grow up, get a life, find someone else. And they'll just let us be, because that was the, you know, they can't do something. You guys ever notice it's the people who can't do it themselves to be the first ones to tell you you can't do something? Don't listen to nobody telling you what you are or who you are or what you can do or what you can be. All right? Know in your heart, okay? You always got to have that in you, or else you're going to, you know, that's why people are like, oh, I literally heard a lady who was like 50-some years old. She was like, I'm going to go find myself. No, you're a pretty old lady, and you're not nice to anyone. If you don't know who you are by now, you know, and I could tell her who she is in a minute, but she wouldn't want to believe it or listen, because people in their own, you never notice that? People in their own head think they're like greater than they are, you know, and same with me, you know, I've been jerks to people, and then later on I'll be like, so-and-so doesn't like me? And they're like, no, yeah, you're a complete jerk. And it's just, you know, we're human. We're not perfect. We're not going to be, robot, happiness, robot, how are you doing? You know, no, you're going to go, you know, sometimes you'll be not having a good day or in a bad mood or something happened, you know, and you run into somebody and you're just not, you know, happy or nothing. You're just kind of you're just distressed, you know, and you're real people. They're going to understand. I'm like, wow, I wonder what's going on with him. They're not going to be like, well, I don't like Mikey anymore because I was trying to say hi to him and he was like, oh, all in a hurry, like he had to go. Yeah, maybe Mikey had something to do. You ever consider other, you know what I'm saying? What you guys do. You guys consider other people. I'm just saying there's a lot of faction. There's a big faction of the America, the world, that they're not worrying about nothing or no one else. They're just worried about themselves, and it's disgusting. It's despicable. Anyways, guys, we got 100% yes. So we're going to go unblock everyone. Boo, yeah. Well, thank you, Rob Glow, buddy. Stay Wide Asleep says, what do you think about the eclipse coming up on the 8th? I like your content, and you used to have a bunch of viewers back in the day. Yeah, man, thank you for being here, Stay Wide Asleep. Story of our life. But, you know, that's the beauty of YouTube and entertainment is, you know, we can get them back. I just need you guys' help. There's nothing or no one that can hurt the audience, can trounce the audience, can overrule the audience. So as long as you guys, you know, do me huge favors and come through, first off, you know, maybe give it a like or a share, whatever, but at least just come through, say what's up, maybe. That is, man, I can't thank you enough. And there's nothing YouTube or nobody else can do about the people, okay? And that's really what it is. So I'm just begging the people, please help me. I've been doing YouTube for almost 20 years. I've never came on here and been like, I'm just the genius of YouTube, you know. I've made every mistake you can make. I'm not a genius of YouTube. If anybody wants to help me, how I can get in good graces again, or fix the algorithm, fix the channel, whatever it is, because I've, you know, my own money. I spent a lot of money on programs trying to give you guys quality videos, and all I ask is that someone be there to watch it, you know, and that's not too much to ask. I didn't do nothing to nobody. I have no criminal record. You know what I'm saying? I'm a law-abiding citizen who pays my taxes. And it just feels like I've been blackballed because, like I said, someone lied about me. And if they want to come talk to me, okay, I will respect them. Please don't cuss. But we're going to go unblock everybody. So, alrighty, unblock everybody. Yes, 100%. Rob Glow says, I still sent people part 2 of your Is Pac Still Live vid to this day sometimes. Really, man? Oh, thank you so much, Rob Glow. Yeah, man, I actually heard... who was that? There's a couple big interviews. Might have been that one guy from Death Row. I forgot his name, but he's the one who was under Suge Knight, I think. Oh, what's his name? He's got that one YouTube channel called Bomb First. Reggie Wright, I think that's his name. I got like him and other people have been asked about. Hey, you know, because everyone just act like they ignored it, but we did get a lot of views. Even if the video's been taken down, I re-uploaded all the stuff about Tupac, added new stuff to it and stuff, or I tried to. But we literally, in interviews, you can see there's everyone you can think of besides like P. Diddy. I think maybe even that Keefy D guy might have talked about it. But there's rumors. Did you ever hear about the lady who was interviewed and said she saw a black helicopter come and then leave? And so that came from us. I mean, not from us, but I found that clip on YouTube a long time ago. Someone probably in here told me about it. I don't know how I found it, but you guys knew. That's the great thing. I didn't know. Other people didn't know, but you guys knew. You directed me to it. So that's why this channel is so great and unique, in my opinion, because of great viewers like you. But we brought it to a spotlight. Videos got thousands of views. People were talking about it in interviews, Rob Glow, and that's really what it's all about. I wasn't never sitting there and being like, hey, they're going to say PacLives, or they're going to mention, a guy who I was, and I'm just telling you guys that. I'm not trying to come off, no way. But I just wanted you to know, and that's my heart. I was just happy the information was out being talked about. I was never one time like, maybe they'll mention the channel. Maybe they'll, you know what I'm saying? So you guys know my heart was in the right places. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay. Thank you there, Rob Glow, buddy. I appreciate that, man. Rob Glow says, I believe you can run $1 worth of ads at any time on YouTube. Might be worth a test to see what happens. I don't know. Really? $1 worth of ads. Oh, so what do you mean? Would I be getting paid, or would I be paying them, Rob? Because I definitely, if $1, man, I remember the one that, I've never had a big break. I don't think. My YouTube channel is my big break. But I remember one of the big times that I got the most recognition ever and the most likes was Rob and everyone out there was Facebook had this deal, and they go, Facebook advertising, come try it today. And, no one's I'm not gonna pay for that. I was happy with the 200 no, I don't even think I think I had like 50 likes or something on my page, my artist page. So I go one day and it goes, Facebook advertising, we'll give you $40 worth of advertising. That's one whole week worth of it. And I was like, wow. And they said, all you have to do is put in your debit card right here. So I was like, wow, I've never promoted anything ever before, myself. I promoted it with my friends down the corner and going into like barbershops and shit, and sharing videos of people. But I've never actually, so I did it on Facebook, Rob, and the $40 worth of promo. Man, I had over 300 likes by like the next couple of days, and then now I think I got over 400 likes. I hope I did. But it was just crazy, Rob, because that just goes to tell you, it gave me a lot of confidence. It helped me build confidence because you work so long and hard. You put your heart in your music, and you just think, man, if I get an audience, if people just give me a chance, man, I could get, a lot of loyal viewers or fans or whatever you call it, And then, one day it happens, and it's like a freaking, man, it's like anyways, I just got the, lucky, and then it went away that week, and then, they're like, do another week for $40, and then they kept sending me messages, your card has been declined, because I wouldn't put no money on that debit card, because I didn't want them to take it. And they kept like, please, and if I was rich or something, I could have just kept doing $40 a week. Man, at least a month's worth, I would have had like over 1,000 likes. You know what I'm saying, dude? So it's all, and I literally, I was on, where was that, Instagram or Snapchat or wherever I was at, man. Give you guys a little inside details on certain things. But I was on one of those websites, and the lady said, hey, I see you make music. I think your stuff's pretty good. If you want to take your career to the next level, message me and let's work or something like that. So she seemed like a sweet enough lady, and that's why I've been lucky, in life is sweet ladies always, showing sympathy and being nice and showing grace to me, So I messaged her and I was like, hey, yeah, what do I got to do? And she said, well, the truth of it is, I hate to say this, but in the entertainment business, it's all about perception. Even if you're not hot, no one knows who you are, you got to fake it till you make. She gave me this whole big long spiel, and then at the end of it was like, okay, I can start promoting you. And like she was telling me, she'd get all my numbers up and everything, but it would be like $100 a week. And if I wanted the deluxe package, it was like $200 a week. So just imagine, guys, this is what like Tom MacDonald and other people, this is what they do, okay? And that's how they become big stars. And I'm not gonna lie, if I had the money, if I was some kind of little rich kid, I would have done it. I would have been like, here's my $200, let's do it, because I think I'm worth it, I deserve it. But but that's just it's not meant to be. When you're anything that's worth doing or keep doing or anything like that that's you hold dear to your heart, it's good to do it just for doing it. And if you get rich off of it after one album or something, it's just you're gonna end up like one of these rappers who spends all their money and they're never heard of again. So I would rather be the guy who never made it, but he learned a lot and he made some decent money. But just know, it's cool with me. I'm not out here like, oh no. I actually heard it was Bill Burr. He was on, what was it, The Breakfast Club or somewhere? And it was actually kind of telling, but it was kind of sad, man. But it was funny too. But Bill Burr was talking about, earlier on in his career, because he didn't, start catching heat till he was like in his 30s or 40s. But early on in his career, he was getting discouraged and he was doing something, and he said the same few people kept showing up, and he considered quitting, and he started thinking in his head, he was thinking, am I the guy who never made it? And it just makes you sad. That you could tell to him that would be just the ego death. He probably couldn't take it. And I was laughing when I watched it. I was like, wow, that goes to tell you what really matters to him. Like, no offense to Bill Burr, he's one of my favorite comedians. I love him, but it was just very, like I said, very telling. He was so scared of being the guy who never made it that's what's driven him to do X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? And I thought to myself, wow, okay, that's kind of, he gave me a huge pointer, big tip, and that's kind of the way I've been going at it wrong. I never gave a shit about what other people thought, especially about if people looked at me when I came in and were like, hey, there's the guy who didn't make it. No, I cared about being the guy who at least tried, and people all around. You wouldn't believe how many people, family members, like, hey, man, I want to get on the mic, man. They can talk about it all they want, but I actually tried what they never could. So that's cool enough with me. If I'm the guy who never made it, cool. Some people, that's the death of them. They could never recover, but hey, man, it makes me happy. I got my babies, I got my wife, rest in peace. My son, rest in peace. I've had a good one. I've been lucky. So it is what it is, man. Anyways, let's keep going. I'll read these comments before I got to go, guys. I love you so much. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, Rob Glow says people have recycled clips from that part 2 vid all over Twitter, probably because I've never seen some of that anywhere else. Wow, really, Rob? Well, see, that's what I'm saying, man. We put our stuff on TikTok, and it just exploded, and they just... So, you guys got to realize, like, there was literally... who went to in front of Congress? Some TikTok executive. And, some 14, 16-year-old kid, half naked, in front of the camera, is talking about... of course, the video's going viral on TikTok, and they're talking about... so-and-so, this whatever CEO executive from TikTok, he's defending our free speech. And every time I saw those videos, I would go in the comments and go, what are you talking about? TikTok guy don't give a ish about you or me or free speech. Okay, he's not even American, all right? So don't act like he's a free speech warrior. No. The reason your videos are going viral and you're right here making this video, that's why. Okay? Exploitation of idiots. And they knew you're not bright, and you would go on Twitter or wherever and TikTok and be like, look, he's standing up for us. When he doesn't care, this dude CEO doesn't care about me or you. He only cares if, guess what, you can make him money. Okay? And I hate to tell him, I'm pretty decent at what I do. I don't know why I got blackballed. We can make a lot of money together. TikTok, YouTube, other places. I don't know why he brought the hammer down on me like I'm some kind of terrorizer or something. Like I said, law-abiding citizen, tax-paying, uh, no record, clean as a whistle, Homer. And they're vilifying me like I'm some kind. Oh, it makes me mad, Rob Glow. And then you go look at what's that one little dickhead on YouTube? He's out here harassing people in public. Viral, every video viral. Ugh, it just makes you sick to your stomach. Can there be one decent person that actually gets ahead? Nope, just nothing but villains. Whatever, dude. You get what these people on here crying and whining. Those are Karens, okay? And my channel has been viciously attacked routinely by them, making up crazy. Ooh. Anyways, Rob Glow, buddy. Sorry to complain so much. And then Rob Glow says, yeah, it might be worth it. I do $1 a time on Facebook, etc. Oh, yeah, I didn't even. Oh, on Facebook. Wow, does it help, bro? Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Oh, yeah, man. I would definitely consider anything, but I would probably, have to go on Facebook. I used to consider YouTube ads until I found out they're like $1,200 for like 30 seconds. Excuse me. Or something crazy like that. Well, maybe they're different now because Rob's saying you can get one for $1 or whatever. But after they did us so dirty, nobody even ever came to me and asked me. Could have someone from YouTube could have came to me. Hey, man, they're saying you're at the cloning center every night and you're bending this Canadian guy over. Someone could have come to me on the decency to come to me and be like, hey, man, is that true, man? Are you bending that kid? At least let me defend myself. Nope. They just take it and run with it. Oh, he's brown. Sure, probably true. That's what it feels like, and it's despicable. You got to think there's someone decent at YouTube. If there's anyone decent, please relook at my channel and get me off the blacklist. I do nothing to nobody. Hurt a freaking P. Diddy's feelings because I exposed him 20 years ago. You guys go look. I'm not out here bragging, act like I'm some kind of prophet or nothing. Like I told you, there's nothing mystical about what we do. I go look at the facts. I know certain people who know certain things. Okay? You may know the same people. I'm not judging you. But we bring things to light literally as soon as we got in the rap game. What was it, 2009 or 10? I'm dropping P. Diddy diss tracks. Okay? Calling him the F word. Okay? And not the F-U-C-K word. The other F word. That means you like men. Okay? Alright? It's really upsetting, all right, when they keep kicking me, pushing me, kicking me, pushing me, kicking me, all right? And then you go look at how many veterans and military, people and war heroes are in my family. That's how you do them. That's how you do us. It's okay. This is the same family that, 2 generations back, however long it was, we had the government, okay, barge into our house, which, like I said, it was generations ago. Still happened. Still my family. And took everyone out. Kids, women, everyone. It didn't matter. Piled them all in a big pile in the backyard. Disposed of us, okay? So we've been getting that for as long as I can remember. It's just pathetic. You would think nowadays everyone's out here worried about woke. Ain't nothing woke, dude. They're all still asleep. Got the nerve to do people like me and my family the way you're doing, and then you let these Rockefeller, Rothschild scumbags who literally devil worshiping allegedly, okay, trying to cast spells, doing witchcraft and everything else. Having all kind of weirdo freak off but they get risen to the. I always thought the cream rises. Nope. There's a pyramid with a filter on it, and it's pushing all the cream down, and it's letting all that bullshit, that Meek Mill, P. Diddy bullshit rise to the top. And you got hoodwinked, Because all it took was some dude who kind of sounded like he's from the streets. Yeah, he looks like he's from Africa. Whoa, he must be a street. No, dude, that street dude's in the room with Diddy getting his guts rearranged. And this is who you champion. Well, I'm not talking to you guys. I love you guys. You guys don't fall for that BS. I'm talking to all these other dipshits in the mainstream out here asleep. No offense. Stay asleep. Anyways. Okay, well, we're going to go. I've ranted long enough, Rob. I apologize, man. But we're going to go unblock those guys and gals right now. And if you don't believe me, we're going to show them the poll we just took. And I was going to show all the blocked people's names that we're going to undo. But I'm not going to do that because some of them have cuss words in their name. And I think there's a couple of them, like, literally their name is like, PacLives is a piece of dirty piece of, you know. That's their screen name, so we're not going to take. But I'll show you this, though. And I've been rambling for a long time, haven't I, Rob? And stay asleep. My bad, guys. My bad. But I love you, and I wanted to bring you some show. We were talking about secret projects just earlier in the first hour. So this is the second hour, and yeah, I love you guys. Alrighty, so this is what we just voted on, guys, and you can count on the... I told everyone in chat that if we could get at least 2 votes, boom, 2 votes, and they're unanimous. Unanimous votes, Rob, and stay wide asleep. Let's go unblock all those folks. Yeah, let's hope none of them come out and say hi. Let's just hope they forgot about old PacLives. You know, as soon as we come back, the chats just flew, just littered. Okay, I might actually try to take a screenshot to let you guys know that I'm gonna unblock all the folks. Okay, but it's weird because, like, what was it? Incredible celebrity lookalikes. Or one of the recent videos I made, I went and looked, and it said it had like a comment or 2 on it. And I went and looked, and there was no comments. So what does that mean when it does that? It means it hit a comment from somebody who was blocked. I don't understand that. I mean, whatever. Okay, let's go into community. Alrighty. So, well, we're going to unblock all the people, but we're going to give a huge shout out to all the mods. Let me go take some screenshots of the mods. Yeah, shout out to all of them. Okay, there's 1. Yeah. There's 2. So that's kind of cool. We got about over 20 mods, and we've got around 20 people that are blocked. So that's kind of cool, right? That's kind of like even-handed, right? So it doesn't look like we're out here just like being like, you know, jerks to nobody. We're just trying to be fair, man. Okay, we're going to give shout-outs to all the mods, but man, we've got a lot of mods. You guys remember I'd come on here and I'm like, alright guys, I'm unmodding everyone. I don't know why I did that. Why did I do that? I thought it'd make it easier somehow. I don't know. Sorry about that. If you've stuck through the channel through that, people are like, yeah man, remember? You tried to unmod me. Okay. Alrighty, so we're going to pull up these great mods, folks, in here. These are our mods. Almost all of them have contributed to the channel. Okay. Alright, jeez. Okay, so I think that's about 40. Yeah, okay. Well, we got a lot more mods and a lot more... okay, what do? Do I hit X? Remove... remove, 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 remove. The guy name's Rain Man, you're right. That must be all that Canadian. He thinks he's okay, sorry guys, give me a second. It's taking a long time now to do all these. Oh, geez. If you're wondering what I'm looking at all the people that have been, I undid them, and, definitely don't want to start no drama. As soon as you unmod them, you start talking to you. Good way to get them mad, right? No, but I just want to say, it appears, I don't know how true this is, but it appears someone or a couple people have way too much time on their hands. It's like whole paragraphs is their name. Why don't you just name yourself, please, someone listen to me. I need attention. I crave attention. Just name yourself that. Okay, I'll be quiet. Yeah, it's funny. You calling my family members traitors. You're not even American. What are you talking about there, Canadian guy? Yeah, at least my family has fought for this country. What have you ever done? Nothing, buddy. One of the people's names was Joanne Lives. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I did not think this would take 10, 20 minutes. Well, there's like 4 tearing dicks off. Really, dude? You kept making screen names with different variations of tearing. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Anyways, how much love Stay White Asleep? Stay White Asleep's laughing and says, love you too, bro. Rob Glow says, I missed your rant. Went outside with the dog. Oh, I heard you in spirit, though. Could guess what you said. Oh, yeah. Rob Glow's been here for him before. He knows the drill. Yeah, my bad, bro. Anyways, Rob Glow says, later, my amigo from another dingo. Have a hood one. Yeah, see you later, buddy. Yeah, you heading out, man? Yeah, I'm just sitting here trying to unblock all these names. There's like a million. Well, there's not. There's like 40 of them on here, but it feels like way more. That's when you have to go one at a time, and they're only in sections of 3, you know? So, much love to you, bro. Thank you for coming through. Good night. I love you, bro. And thank you so much for being here, guys and gals. Wow. I don't know if you've been here, guys. There's like been 4 or 5 accounts with the name Wilma Dickman. Anyways, I was just going through it, and there's another one. That guy is really, he's not giving up on that joke. You know, he's like, I'm going to name it again. He just keeps going in with people with the same name. Wilma Boo. Oh, that's funny, bro. Okay, we're coming to the end of it. All right. Oh, wow, cool. Live redirects allows other creators to send their viewers to any of your live streams or premieres. Yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah, sure, bro. Okay. Okay, yeah. Alrighty, guys. We're going to save that. Okay, no more block people. Let me go make sure. Thank you, everyone. I love you. Hope you're having a great night. You're doing it big. And we're going to shout out all the mods. Give me a second. I got to go make sure. Okay, yeah. Alrighty, cool. Oh, that took forever. You guys probably didn't want to see me do that on live on air, huh? Rob Glow and Stay White Asleep. Like, wow, dude. Way to bore me, you know. Okay, yeah. Let's do mods 1. I think I got about 6 of these, so I apologize. 6 pages of mods, but yeah, my bad. Okay, yeah, there is 6 of them. All right. Shout out to Josh Guthrie, Save Soul, Mysterious Moon Bases, Miles, Daniel Wybara, Unveiling Addiction, Zulu Family. Alrighty. Shout out to Dr. Doom King 420, Leanne McGrady, Lady Dave 75, Monique Ponce, Tavia Medlin, Mitch Mayhem, Lee Steele, Tavia Medlin again, Tavia Nicole Medlin, and Patrick Wright. Yeah, we love Tavia. Thank you guys. You're the reason for the season. You're the reason the channel can keep going. So I want to take this time out and give you all a special thank you. I really appreciate you having faith in a poor kid from Oklahoma. You know, I'm not sure if my methods are right or wrong. I try my best, and I try to be honest with you guys all the time. So hope you guys are cool with that. Anyway, shout out to Susan Donahue, Toddler Mommy 83, Richard Hamilton, Monique Ponce, Angel Howard, Origin of Beingness Attainment, Insane Irby, Heel Gill, Z Bell. Alrighty. Yeah, we're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Much love to everybody out there. I really love you a lot, dude. You know that's my Britain voice. Oh, really love you, Lord. That's my Gordon Ramsay voice. You want to hear my Gordon Ramsay impression? Okay, yeah. Okay, you ready? It's roll! You know, he does that. He goes, it's roll! Shout out to J Star Kush, Jay Hawkins, Michelle Foy, Dora Tiscarino, Jay Simmies, Charms, Vitra, Tracy Cordova, Life of MD and JD, Tamara, Invictus Media, Jordy Yard. Yeah, we got 2 more of these to go. I want to give you guys the biggest thank you, though. I love you. And we'll be right back in a day or two. I don't know. I'll try to bring you guys a live stream tomorrow. Let me know if you want that. Give it a like, share, all that good stuff. And that will definitely help the channel. All right. And here's another one. Shout out to Tavia Medlin, Dollface Cakes, Mr. West, Gaming Crazy Sino. Cool name, man. Sonia Mabea, Rolling Stone, Bibbins, Sherry B, Kimmy B, Jared Ramirez, Brittany, Beautiful Thick and Fine Brittany. Alright, so I think this is the last page of the mods, and I thank you. I thank you. You guys remember that song? Is that Kirk Franklin, I think? And I thank you. I thank you. Alrighty. People are like, man, this guy's full of himself. Hey, man. Whoa, man. Okay, shout out to Rolling Stone, Bibbins, Sherry B, Kimmy B, Jared Ramirez, Brittany, PacLives 2, Bama, Cindy Fowler, and Goth Beauty. Yeah, guys, so those are all the mods that I know of now. There's probably more. Who knows? I don't think there's more. I think that's all. So thank you so much, everyone, and anyone out there. I love you, and this is PacLives signing off. Rob, stay wide asleep. Yeah, we'll see if any of the block people comment. Hopefully they've learned to be nice. That's all we ask, man. Just be nice, man. Just be decent. Just don't cuss, you know. Don't be a jerk and cuss. Good night, guys. I love you. Thank you so much for coming out. I was checking to see if the stream would stay okay. The connection would be secured and would keep its integrity, and it did. So I owe you so much. Thank you so much. New content coming. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're new or if you're old. We'll see you next time. And West Side, rest in peace, Tupac. I love you guys. Good night. How do I turn this thing off?